Hello and welcome to this week's episode of So Fired. I'm Chelsea Toronto.
I'm Dr. Lindsay Regier.
And welcome. Each week on So Fired, we take life's shitty things and turn them into pretty things.
And we share all of our issues because we have so many of them. And today we're talking about who chooses our choices.
Mm-hmm. But before we do, let's get to your So Fired of the week.
Okay. So if you've been following along and listening for a little bit, you know that I wanted to be on a fitness cover magazine. I said that at the beginning of this year. And then I entered to be on the cover of a fitness cover magazine. And I was like, no, I don't want to do it. It's like a popularity contest. Like, seems too hard.
Did you win?
I'm like 20th out of 50 right now.
Oh, that's fantastic. Congrats.
You can't even see my face on the photo.
Because you mailed in like the worst picture.
I mailed in the worst photo ever. And I was like, whatever, this is stupid. There's no way. But yeah, somehow I'm 20 out of 50 at the moment.
Nice.
So I guess like don't put any effort into anything because it doesn't matter.
Good one.
Yeah. What's your So Fired?
So I had an emotional breakdown earlier this week. Yeah, not ideal, of course. So I was gonna say, of course, it has to do with my mom. I'm just processing the fact that she's moving. It's an emotional thing. There was one thing in particular that kind of set me off. I'm going to save that because that's my issue for the week. But my So Fired is I sent a video message to my friend.
Mm-hmm.
And about an hour later, I received a text that said, "Are you up? I'd like to call you." Oh, I know, right?
So sweet.
That's so sweet. And there's not a lot of words that represent my appreciation and how grateful I am. Someone at 11:30 called me and listened to me cry.
I know.
Oh, come on. That is just as good as it gets. And there was a lot of, this isn't about your mom right now. This is about you.
Whoa.
I am 46-year-old. Oh, 46 and a half. And not once have I heard that.
Ooh.
So that is so
fired. So fired.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that for me too.
Yay.
Okay. Issues.
My issue for the longest time has been that word gaslighting because I don't really know what it means. I'm like, everyone is overusing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I know why I don't like it.
Please.
I'm a professional gaslighter.
No shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that about you.
Me either.
I learn something new about you every day. How?
So when I'm adjusting patients, chiropractic wise, and they're like, oh, well, this still kind of hurts. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It's fine. It'll be less sore in like an hour. They're like, well, did you get this? I'm like, I didn't feel it. I'm like, yeah. I got it. It moved. You'll be good.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, holy shit. I am really just gaslighting patients into thinking that I did something, but maybe I didn't always do something.
Do you think that will work itself out? You being a gaslighter.
I think it's okay. They keep coming back.
Yeah, but it might not be an issue for forever.
It might not be. I hope that now that I'm aware that I'm a gaslighter, that I'll stop doing that.
I wouldn't say that you're a gaslighter to me.
No. Only in the professional setting.
Only in people I don't really care about. Who are whiners.
Only when you're really annoying and you're like, did you get this and this and this? Like,
That's because it's feelings adjacent. We know how you feel about feelings.
Yeah, feelings are stupid.
They certainly aren't helpful.
No.
Alrighty.
So yeah, I was like, whoa, maybe I should slow my roll on that. But
how did you find that out, by the way?
Because it happened to like 5 people in a row. I was like, yeah, you're good. Got it.
But how did you have that sense of self-awareness to be like,
I think
this is what they describe on TikTok and Instagram?
I don't know. I think maybe someone like, maybe I was watching a reel and it was about gaslighting again, and it finally clicked in my head of what it is.
No shit.
Yeah.
And that it might apply to you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is the true definition of self-awareness.
Mm-hmm.
That you catch a whiff of it and you're like, is it me, Jesus? Is it me, Jesus?
It wouldn't be me. I don't even know what that word means.
Oh,
well,
shit.
Yeah, I know. Like, sorry to all my patients that are listening right now.
Yeah, she does care.
I do care.
And that's why
until I don't.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like that about you.
What's your issue?
Okay, so as we know, my mother's moving to Mexico. She is wrestling what to do with her animals. There will be a brief 30-day period before when she leaves her place and then before she leaves. So just a temporary 30-day stop somewhere. And it's definitely not, she's not in a position to bring her dog. His name is Teddy. He's a little white Maltese.
Yeah, Maltipoo?
I think Maltese,
Okay,
right?
straight
Because
up
if there was a
Maltese.
poo in there, he'd be a lot better. Anyway, so I don't care for this dog. He's rambunctious. He barks a lot. He just doesn't like chill the fuck out.
He is like,
Yeah, right. So easily. I mean, like you could be in the house with him and he'll still bark. It's the slightest thing. Anyway, so maybe you know where I'm headed with this. I might have to inherit this dog. I fucking hate him.
I know.
I hate him so much. And I feel bad that I'm actually saying this out loud. Like, who says they hate a dog? But obviously, I don't hate him that much because I'm not dropping him off at the pound.
Right. You're not listing him on Craigslist to have someone.
Yeah,
come
my
pick him
mom's
up in
like,
a
I'm going to
parking
list him
lot."
on Facebook Marketplace.
No.
Live
You
things. can be-
monster. Like, what?
Like, you just sell him to be a drug mule with a kidney?
I'm like, no.
No, it's right. So
I don't know how to make him stop barking so much because he is just a yappy little guy. And I understand you hating him.
yeah, he just really tests my patience.
Yeah.
Talk about shaking baby syndrome. I just want to shake the shit out of him. Knock it off. And then it turns into Michael Vick at my house with his like dog fighting. What is it? Dog fighting
ring.
with between my dogs and him because he doesn't know how to back the fuck off.
No.
I am hot over this. So now I am stuck because does anybody have any answers on what to do with the dog that you really want to get rid of but won't?
Yeah. Because I don't really have a solution.
No. there
Other
isn't.
than bear through it for 30 days.
If I'm lucky.
Right.
You know this is not.
I know. I'm like, because this kind of sounds like it's turning into a forever
Oh,
home.
yeah. I hate this. I was thinking about Puppy Xanax.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to
Or
tell the
like
vet,
some
like,
CBD
it's either
chewables?
this. Nah, we got to go pharmaceutical grade. We need the FDA approved shit. Actually, black market would be better. But I'm going to tell the vet it's either this or the pound.
Ooh.
So we're going to dope them up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's my issue. I think I had another one, but I don't remember it. How about this? My roommate can't honor don't open the door rule. We have that. And I am telling you time and time again, don't open the goddamn door because you never know what you're going to catch me doing. So fired.
Especially when it's self-care day.
Self-care day. Batteries are fresh.
Yeah.
You know,
door should be closed.
Like you don't know what's happening. You don't know if I'm doing a reel. You don't know if it's self-care day.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Leave the goddamn
I feel
door
like I need to
closed.
be like a 7-year-old and be like, do not enter.
You should have a sign on your door.
I do. And every
Do
time
not
I'm like,
disturb.
this is the 7th time I'm putting you on notice. And then he's like, oh, can I? Because Butch wants to get in. I was like, this includes Butch. Anyway, that's a door opening. Remember that show I was telling you about? Every time his former best friend talked to him because this guy, it's a movie, 2 dudes, Scotland, and they're best friends and have been for years. One day, guy A decides he doesn't want to be friends with his best friend, guy B. And he says, don't talk to me anymore. And the guy can't get over it and he just keeps pestering him. Then he said, if you talk to me ever again, I'm going to cut a finger off. The guy kept talking to him like, oh, Butch just wants to get in the door. Oh, I ordered us breakfast.
For any excuse
The
to
guy
open
only
up
had
that
like
door.
a thumb left. So that's what this is. That's where this is headed. Okay.
That's the Banshees of Inisherin.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
It was a doozy of a movie. Don't watch it.
So yeah, who's choosing your choices?
Yeah, that's a good question. Okay. So before we're going to get to that in a roundabout way. So bear with us. So this Monday, May 1st, marked the annual Met Gala ball.
Did you say gala or gala?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Obviously, I kind of choked through that. So how about a little bit of history of the Met Gala? Ready?
Educate me.
All right. So can you guess what year it was founded?
I'm going to say 1977.
This is the first time you've ever been wrong.
What?
Yeah, Lindsay has this magic trait, and she always guesses shit to like the penny. Okay, I'm sorry, but it was founded in 1948.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Do you know how much a seat costs to this fundraiser?
I think, is it 50,000?
There you go.
Yep.
You're back on track.
Yep.
So you're
1 for 2.
That's right. So it is all proceeds raised go to the Metropolitan Costume Institute of New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whatever. We all
Yeah.
knew that. It's fashion's biggest night. Okay, so you have different like celebrity personalities, right? Ranging from sports and music and acting, whatever. It's hosted by Vogue, and guests are expected to curate their fashion to match the theme in a haute couture way. Okay, did
I
you
feel like
hear
that's a
me?
key word.
It is. This is really my main issue of the week. Fuck Teddy. Okay, I've been watching this, and only until recently was it televised. I've been following this for a solid 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
and it has been solely about the creations, the designers, and incorporating the theme in a number of different ways. The designer would accompany the personality, right? And they would really showcase what they've been working on for, months.
Mm-hmm.
Not this year. Not this year. It was a circus.
I disagree.
How? Okay. It's a circus because of the Kardashians. And I'm sorry, I'm a big fan. And they're always like nothing but net. But the last 2 years, they just made it about them.
I also disagree.
Oh my God, that Marilyn Monroe stunt? Come on. She didn't even fit into the dress.
She didn't. You know, she had to take it off the second she got up the stairs.
Yeah, because it was wrong that she was in it in the first place. Like, be original. Sequels are stupid. Always. The only exception to a quality sequel is The Godfather.
Okay.
I'm going to go in the grave with that one. Okay, so she's got that stunt. And then this year, she kind of had a gimmicky thing as well.
But I feel like her dress was so terrible that she didn't even make an impact.
She's got me annoyed.
Like, I saw that look. I was like, meh. Doesn't even register on my radar.
Just blend in just once. Stop trying to upstage the bride.
But who's the bride in this situation? Why can't she also be a fashion girly?
She's not.
But the whole purpose of going to the Met is to be haute couture.
That's the hardest word in the English.
It is.
Actually, technically, it's a French word.
It's a French word. It's
Boy,
very
that
hard
trips
to
me
say.
up. It's one of my hearts. I don't know. It just
and to
irks
be
me.
very like avant-garde and to go for it.
Fine.
So I feel like she's doing the assignments. This year her outfit was miserable.
Well, it's not that bad because I'm about to record a reel. This will have posted. That reel will have posted by the time this airs. But yeah, I shouldn't knock them because the last
Because you're copying them because you're doing a Kendall Jenner, you're doing a Kim Kardashian look,
and another Kendall Kardashian.
and another Kendall
Okay.
Jenner. So
I'm an asshole.
I mean, I understand because you are a fashion snob, as
Not a
some would
snob.
say.
I
It's
am-
coming out in this Met Gala.
Okay.
You
I'm a little
are a
snobby.
fashion snob, and that's fair enough because you've studied it and you like enjoy the art of it. And I'm just here for the entertainment of it and to look at the outfits. I don't really dig too deep into what it means or what everyone's wearing. I'm like,
I don't really
this
give a
year,
shit what it
everyone-
means.
this year everyone is black and white and super boring.
It's just a prom voting. Anyway, but
I mean, how do you feel about influencers going to the Met Gala?
which influence one?
There's like Emma Chamberlain.
No, I don't have any problem with that.
Okay. So what's the difference between an influencer going versus a TV personality?
There is none. Everyone is welcome. I
Okay.
just didn't list them.
Mm.
Yep. If you make an impact on society, you're invited. Okay. Now, this year's theme was honoring Karl Lagerfeld. I don't know why, because he died in 2019. It's not as
like
timely
COVID in there somewhere. Or I don't know.
All right, let me give you a little history on this guy. Boy, is he complex. Born in 1933.
It's a colorful character. Isn't he?
Indeed. Let's see, how short can I make this? All right. Here we go. He frequently lied about his age. He always put himself like 5 years younger, and I was like, I kind of get that.
I get that because I've been 33 for forever.
So he was with Chanel from 1983 to 2019. Okay. So he he entered a coat competition in France. It was called the International Wool Secretariat. This was 1957, and he won. And at which case he became best friends with Yves Saint Laurent because Yves
Oh.
Saint Laurent, or YSL, won the dress competition the very same year.
Oh.
Right?
Wow.
Okay.
My
This-
fave, YSL.
Yeah, a little bit of history.
Mm-hmm.
He's like responsible for the CC on the Chanel.
Mm.
He's literally responsible for
He's
everything.
yeah, he's
Okay.
responsible for the brand.
Alrighty. So he even came out with a diet book because he lost 93 pounds. That's such a specific number. I
That
don't know why
is-
we don't round down or up.
Because I think if you lose over 90 pounds, you want every other pound to count after that.
You still win the award. Let's see.
And he
And-
doesn't like fat people.
No, he doesn't. And we're going to get to that.
Okay.
And when asked, what is the most important garment that you have designed? Do you know what his answer was?
No.
The white shirt.
Oh.
Okay, I take that back. He didn't design it. Oh, he does say he invented it. Okay.
Are you saying the white crisp button-up shirt?
Yeah. And that
Yeah.
is why Cara, what's her name?
Delevingne?
She wore a white shirt with like a train. And that was my favorite. And my personal belief, as demonstrated today, please get on our YouTube channel, So Fired Pod, is a button-up collar. The higher the collar, the closer to God.
Yeah. You love a good collar.
Starched white, also my preference. Okay. But Carl is not without controversies.
No.
No.
When you're born in the 1930s,
What the hell does that matter?
times have changed.
No.
If you- okay.
If
your
you're a
beliefs are-
misogynist bigot, it does not matter. You
I
can
think
be-
it's just extra ingrained when you're super old. Like,
no, from
Yeah.
the very beginning. Let's agree to disagree on that. I just think it's in your DNA. He was lying about his age. He was lying about where his parents were from. He's just kind of a little bit of a liar.
he doesn't
and-
like fat people.
Yeah, I mean, he's not necessarily as great. He's a little fringe.
He
I don't
thinks
know
that
we should-
models, you know, if you
Oh,
don't want to,
okay,
if you
hang
get
on.
sexually harassed.
Do you want to read some of these? Okay, so here are the controversial things that he has said over the years. So that kind of like a little raises the eyebrows. And why are we celebrating this person? Did we forget some of the things he said? Okay, would you like to read some of them?
No, because I can't read the
Okay.
handwriting.
All right, I'll just rapid fire. When talking about Adele, he said she was a little too fat. Heidi Klum is no runway model, too heavy and too big busted.
Whoa.
Okay, now we're getting to political things. He made a comment to German Chancellor Angela Merkel that immigration policy. So I don't know what year it was, but she welcomed 100,000 immigrants.
Mm.
Okay. So then Carl said, as a result, you cannot kill millions of Jews and then take in millions of their worst enemy afterwards. Who even thinks like that?
I
Oh
know.
my God.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah. Oh,
Is he German?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he is.
Gotcha.
Now, in regards to the Me Too movement, now, again, I don't know why I felt compelled to really get into that, but whatever. Like, why touch that? Why does one think they should? Like, it's a landmine
He's like,
of backlash.
he's like, I've made it this far in life doing whatever I want to do. So
No fucks given.
me too can fuck it.
Yeah, suck this.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he says if you don't, okay, as it relates to the models, if you don't want your pants pulled about, don't become a model, join a nunnery. There will always be place for you in the convent.
So just a little problematic.
Jeez.
I don't know. I think that people forget when it's fashion and beautiful things and the fashion industry, don't they all band together to make sure that models stay small and that they only want to use small size models?
Oh,
Like all the designers, they're kind of in this together, so they're not going to turn their back on Carl because then they're going to turn their back on like YSL, on Gucci, Fendi, whatever. So
Yeah.
I think it's just like, yeah, he's a little cray cray, but
I feel like
we
they never
also
even
do a
acknowledge-
little like Balenciaga. We do fucked up shit too, and like we're just not gonna say anything.
Yeah, I do feel like they get away with pretty much everything,
Mhm.
with maybe the exception of murder, but n- even that, I would agree with that.
Mhm.
So they just get a blank check
Yep.
of whatever they want to do.
Yep.
It's kind of like the NFL. Oh, sorry. Too far. Okay, so do we understand where this is? Our choices are being made for us, that we are forced to celebrate a man that really doesn't necessarily value women, period. Right? They are utilitarian. He said he hates a woman that leaves the house without lipstick. Like, he doesn't like the nude color.
Mm.
Dude, he just doesn't hold back.
He would hate me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd hate me too.
He'd be like, "Get back to the kitchen. Shut your mouth."
Okay. That seems excessive. More like
It
that.
might not be in print that he said that, but I can picture him saying
Oh my
that.
God. Okay,
And put
so
on a collared shirt while you're cleaning
I don't
too.
know that would help. He's just a tough doozy. I mean, like, I feel like he doesn't like the average woman.
Right. So basically, if you're going to the Met Gala this year and you are forced to celebrate Karl
Mhm.
Lagerfeld,
Mhm.
yeah, the choice has been made for you. Do you want to be seen? And do you want to be photographed? Do you want to be the hottest event of the year? Well, suck it up.
Yeah, compromise your values.
Mhm.
Today's topic is compromise your values.
To be a woman, it means to compromise your values.
Kind of.
Yeah.
That is no doubt. We
Yeah.
kind of talked about that the other day.
We did.
You can't really say no to sex. You
No.
got to put out. You don't know what you're putting out for, but
But you got to do it.
yeah, you got to compromise your values. Our values don't matter. Okay. So then there is another big item on the horizon, the compromise. Anyway, let me get to it. In Montana, they have banned all drag shows.
Yeah, they're just about to sign it into law.
Yep.
And the wording says that it defines both drag queens and kings as a male or female performer who adopts a flamboyant or parodic persona with glamorous or exaggerated costumes and makeup. And it's so broad. So basically, they were saying when I was reading about it, if Lady Gaga shows up, she can't perform. If Elton John shows up, he can't perform. So anytime you're being a little bit extra,
Wait,
apparently you're not
do
welcome.
not forget Halloween
Oh
costumes.
yeah, Halloween costumes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we can ban those. That's totally fine with me. But
don't. No.
But don't.
But don't. We could
Like,
look down on it.
This is going way too far.
Okay, how many decisions are you making? You are choosing our choices for us.
Yes.
So I'm sorry. Where are our civil liberties at this point? Can't we just say this is entertainment? Okay, let's talk about this. Drag goes as far back as like ancient Greece, because women, again, weren't really necessarily valued. So if they were trying to demonstrate like a female lead, that was more acceptable than having an actual woman on stage. And then, hello, Shakespeare?
Yeah, drag all the time. There's only male actors for quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was vaudeville. So here, I don't know when vaudeville was, but like they also had only male actors. So what? The Republican Party decided in the last like 6 months that we could attack this and easily wipe it out.
I know. It's almost like they're in their own world up in the middle of nowhere. What? Like north of Colorado, like Wyoming, Montana.
Oh.
They're kind of just like, there's a little bit too, like, they're too alone.
Isolated.
Here's
the thing. Yeah. I read something that said that they're trying to do it so they can slide in and be more in favor, like with the Republican Party.
Oh.
So they're doing it in solidarity with them, with like Tennessee.
Oh.
Yeah. They're just doing it, be like, see, we're on board.
There's also this, I can't remember what the creator's name is, but he is a digital recruiter for the US Navy, and he's also a drag queen. And in the military for the longest time, it's like, don't ask, don't tell.
For sure.
Yeah. And like, if you're gay, we like don't want you here, essentially was what it was saying. So he is now a digital recruiter, and there's other former like Navy SEALs and US Army military. They're like, this is not my country. I didn't fight for this country. Like, this is wrong. And trying to basically like make him stop creating and kind of like bully him into like not being himself or like doing drag. I mean, that is sad. And I can see the government going down a slippery slope of, I guess we're going to ban that now too.
Now, you told me you were reading a book
Mhm.
that relates to this.
I'm reading a book. It's called The Rule of One, and it's based on America essentially 75 years in the future. And Texas has become this superpower of the entire country somehow. And the rule of one is that each family is only allowed one child
Mhm.
per household. And then if you do have twins or like another sibling, they get shipped off to a concentration camp essentially. Yeah.
Twice in one episode.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And then everyone is microchipped. There are cameras everywhere. You cannot do anything without having every single one of your moves monitored. And you can't speak out. There's no protests.
Are we talking about China or are we talking?
This is yeah, and then
Because it literally sounds like China.
I know, I was like, this
By the
sounds
Uyghurs,
crazy.
where
And
they like chip them and like
yeah,
wrangle them.
uh-huh.
Okay,
And I
sorry.
was
Go
like,
ahead.
I'm reading this book. I'm like, wow, this is actually like kind of
Not that far
not
fetched.
that far fetched.
I don't know that we need to wait 75 years.
I know. And
Give
then
it 5
they try to escape to Canada is where I'm at right now. But
in the book.
in the book. But like reading that, I'm like, wow, we're definitely not that far away from that because I don't know, like the Supreme Court already makes all of our choices
Mhm.
and they are not regulated by anyone.
Nope.
And it also came out today. One of the judges is getting like a lot of like private planes paid for. His private school for the kids is getting paid for by some donor. This guy is like paying for a lot of stuff for
Mhm.
this judge. And I'm like, yeah, judges don't have to inform anyone of what they're doing. Anyone can pay them off to make whatever decision would be of
So,
value
like
for them.
Karl Lagerfeld, also untouchable.
Mhm.
You know, we were under the misconception that the Supreme Court was the last unbiased party in our government.
Mhm. No.
Boy, were we wrong.
Yeah. And to think that those people can be on that court for
Mhm.
30 or 40 years
Mhm.
making decisions for the rest of the country and all you have to do is answer a few questions in Congress and then
Right.
you're on for life. Like, what?
We should try.
Yeah. Like that's so messed up and just having I don't know, it's such a slippery slope of like rights being taken away at the moment.
Right. Why don't you choose what I can choose?
Mm-hmm.
You said 30 or 40 years. You know, the only thing that lives 30 or 40 years, something that also lives 30 or 40 years? My geraniums. Now I'm going to be stuck with those too. They are a bush. At this point, they're like 3 feet high.
Oh my God.
You guys, I've had these geraniums for 5 years.
I think
No.
so.
Yeah, for like legit 5 years. And
Well, let's see. We've been friends for like 20 years. So I think
we've been friends for 20. Changes every day. And I wanted to make the most of it, and I cared for them, and it's a very entailed project. It's a huge undertaking every summer. And you kind of bond with your flowers, like all living things, ideally, with the exception of my mom's dog.
Mhm.
And you take care of them. August, September rolls around, first deep freeze. Everyone else lets them die. And I was like, no, we just spent like 4 months
Yeah.
bonding.
Even I am taking care of these flowers
Oh,
from time to time.
I forgot that.
So I was like, oh my God, I got to get on the watering schedule. I have to put in a little bit of fertilizer.
Yeah,
oh my
that is
gosh. If
quite
she
a
comes
bit of
back from
things.
vacation
How
and there
long
is
was I
one
gone?
single
Yeah.
flower, oh my God, the pressure
And
is
if it's
on.
windy, you gotta take them
I
off.
gotta take 'em
I
off.
live
Oh
in
my
a
gosh.
building. Anyway, so point is, these fuckers are gonna outlive me. I'm gonna have to bequeath them to someone. And luckily, you're 20 years younger than me, so can you help a
So
sister
I am
out?
now inheriting these geraniums.
Okay. So as it relates to us, the little folk, well, you know what? I'm feeling that like the drag thing is targeting. All of this is targeting.
Everyone, like and like creativity of artists, not just like drag, but everyone who wants to put on a persona. Like we put on a persona on our show
I
essentially.
mean, we're super authentic here.
We're super authentic, but like there is like a little bit of like we got
performance, no doubt.
you know? So it's like, oh, you're gonna take away all of my creative integrity and
Yeah.
I can't have a thought for myself. I mean,
Isn't this like freedom of expression?
yeah. For example, I'm wearing a dress today. And like the second I put on a dress, people are like, whoa,
Right.
what are you doing?
Right.
Where are you going today? I'm like, nowhere. I just want to put a dress on.
I feel that way every day.
yeah.
I feel that way. Oh, can I add another thing to my So Fired?
Yep.
My friend said, you never have to smile for me.
Oh,
If that is not the greatest thing I've ever heard.
that's sweet.
Oh, anyways. Okay. Our choices are starting to be funneled.
Mm-hmm.
There in business, there's the example, do you want Coke or Pepsi? Although who drinks Pepsi anymore?
I know.
Do you want regular Coke or Diet Coke? Those are your two choices. Actually, everyone drinks Diet, but you know what I mean. Let's just get back to Coke or Pepsi. You get the analogy. So even at the Met Gala, everybody wore somewhat, the same variation of like black and lace, which Carl was known for. And then with drag, it's like, nope, we're going to take that away from you too. And it's like, are we even citizens? Like, I'm not feeling super like old-timey America.
Not feeling like I can really live the American dream, as they say, where anything is possible.
No, you can't even wear a Halloween costume. Yeah. Now, I also feel this on a personal level as it relates to Instagram. We're influenced, and you are in a category. You're in fitness, and what's your category?
Like fitness and wellness.
Okay. I am fashion, loosely.
Yep.
Outfits of the day is really what my category is called. So now you are expected to kind of fall in with the rank and file, right? And if you go out of it, you can't, if you kind of outlier of your category, you could be judged by because this is nothing but another popularity contest.
Oh, yeah. Huge popularity contest.
Oh, and it's a hack because you're thinking about your audience. So that is one more way in which we're being manipulated. And let's talk about makeup.
Oh.
How do you feel about that?
I love makeup, first of all, but the power of makeup, like I give myself a nose job every single day with my contour. Like, you don't know what I look like. This isn't even my real
costume. We are just nothing familiar.
This is a costume I put on every single day.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, if someone took away makeup from me, oof,
I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Why don't you just keep women on an island? Because to you guys, we mean nothing.
I know.
Is anyone getting the theme here? No one really gives a shit about women. Not really getting a lot of liberty to take away a lot of things. Okay, but as it relates to makeup, do you feel obligated to wear it at certain times? Is there like expectations for you to perform a certain way as it relates to makeup?
Of course, especially like recording day. I definitely put makeup on if I'm going to an event that's maybe more fancy that requires a dress again. Definitely putting on makeup for that.
Well, you're wearing a dress right now. Do you
I know.
feel
I was
compelled?
Gonna say like a gala.
Sure.
I'm definitely putting on makeup.
Do you
for
feel
that.
compelled to wear makeup like just leaving the house kind of basic day?
No.
You don't?
No.
What? I have never seen you without makeup. It's
You've
just
seen me without makeup a lot.
What?
You've seen me without makeup a lot.
No.
Well, okay, I used to have really bad skin. Now that my skin is a lot better, now I feel like I don't have to wear makeup every day. And like I don't put on makeup to go to the grocery store for 5 seconds.
Okay, well, I don't either.
And even at work, sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm working half a day. Is it worth my time to put on makeup or just kind of like a little tinted moisturizer?
Yeah.
So I have to plan out my makeup on who's coming in that day. And am I working out during the day? And then am I going to want to redo this again later?
Okay, so you are still somewhat manipulated.
Yes.
Based on scenarios.
Yep.
I too feel like I have to perform and put makeup on. The expectation is, as a hostess at a busy
You're the
Italian,
face that they see.
I am the face and the smile. And they would be disappointed if I didn't wear makeup. Literally the first thing, what would be the first thing they would say? Can you guess?
Oh, look at you today.
You look tired.
Oh.
You look tired.
You look
No,
tired.
this is just my face. So it is challenging to know that my tips are based on, it feels kind of like Dancer, like Saturday Night Ladies.
I know. I mean, I feel like sometimes out of respect, I should put more effort into my looks just for the patients, because if it looks like I just rolled out of bed, that's not really respectful to them either. Like
it gives the impression that this wasn't a priority.
Yeah.
I get that. So now the funny thing is, the older I get, you're supposed to care less, right? That's what people say. And this year I had a glow up. I'm sorry, I'm going to say that. And so there are times in which I've never felt prettier. However, more often than not, there are times in which I've never felt uglier.
Yeah.
Because I'm not falling into the standards that now, like if you're in, it's the hot girl tax. Which, okay, I know I'm sounding a little like conceited and like my head's not going to fit out of the door when I try and leave today. But can we just, you know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of getting positive feedback. And that's okay because you know what? It's been 46 years. And I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it to the bank. But I am feeling obligated to always kind of be on.
Yeah.
If I were to have like a slumber party with the opposite sex or same sex, whatever, for that reason,
You better wake up early and put your makeup on.
I feel somewhat compelled. Like, I don't want my regular honest face to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
I use filters when I send everything. Like,
Yeah.
if I send you just a basic video message, if I text it to you, I'm not even on the Instagram platform.
But always a filter.
What's that all about?
That is how Instagram really fucks with your head.
Yeah, it
is
does.
that thinking that you only look good with a filter?
It's true. They're not wrong.
I mean, I do look great with a
Oh
filter
my gosh.
on.
What is the name of that filter? I can't get enough of it.
Caramel, I believe.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I understand that because now people are used to seeing you a certain way. So you don't want to look like a homeless bum and run into someone that you know. And then they're like, ooh, she's looking a little rough today.
Right.
So yeah, that's when I try to put my head down, my hat on.
Mm-hmm.
Do not make eye contact with anyone because
When's this?
this is when I go grocery shopping.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
I
don't
will look homeless.
don't
I'm
look
okay
at me.
with that.
Yeah, I have my headphones in. You don't know me.
It actually is a lot of freedom. It feels very liberating to roll out with no makeup on, sweats, like dirty sweats. We're not talking like
not cute sweats.
No, not like $100 sweats. Not Aviator Nation or Viore or even like Lulu joggers. I'm talking like maybe they're stained and you haven't washed them yet this week. Like Fruit of the Loom. The ones that really feel good that you're like, oh, I can't get rid of these. Anyway, to be able to wear those and just not give a fuck is pretty awesome. Because otherwise, even I go to yoga and I feel like maybe I should have just a little bit of makeup on, which is bananas. I get that it's wild.
Oh, it's more of like when I go to yoga, I better make sure my outfit looks really good.
Yeah.
And going to the gym, because I like record my fitness videos every single day. I'm like, okay, what outfit am I going to wear today? Then I do put a little bit more makeup on, even though I really never show my face. But
no, I see your face.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So it's just like, I guess as a performer, whether it's drag or even like going to the Met Gala, there's still an expectation to step it up. We don't really celebrate the person.
No.
Whether they're too fat or they're an immigrant or you're just an average person who participates in the Instagram game. All of your choices are being made for you. I did a great job of sewing this all together. Oh, get that? The fashion reference. But yeah, like,
so when you guys think about choices and things that you feel like aren't really in your control, we want to know what they are. So is it the makeup? Is it the clothes? Is it where you're going? Who you're
I'd also like to ask the question, do you feel like your choices are being made for you? Or are you making the choice? Like, really take a second and think about it. Like, is there an influence from anywhere? Not like your spouse or your kids, but maybe those parents that you're interacting with at the PTA, if they have those now, you know what I mean? And like, where are their decisions being made from? Anyway.
Good question. Anyways,
on that note,
this is a choice that we're going to make for you.
Listen and subscribe.
Yeah. You got it. And share the show with your bestie.
Yeah.
Yay. Awesome. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Disclaimer. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The stories and statements expressed herein are experiences and opinions. They may not represent the views of the production studio or the hosts. If you disagree with our content, that's okay. No podcast is perfect for everyone.